let's get started with further topics. Implementation of operators, then how to write the expressions in Java language, and then when we need to use comments, then what are the identifiers and how to use identifiers, and then we finally move on to the flow control. So let's get into operators with the programs. Okay, so let's take very basic operator, which is called assignment operator. Assignment operator. So what is this assignment operator? Assignment operator is used to assign value to a variable. Value to a variable. So when you write variable name variable name equal to value. So when you are assigning RHS value to the LHS value, right hand side value to the left hand side value, then we use assignment operator. Assignment operator. Assignment operator is we are assigning the value to a variable. Assigning variable with value. So what does that mean? For example, if you write these two lines of code, integer age and then age equal to 21. Okay. So when it gets created, the age variable, when age variable gets created, this is how it's going to get created. Variable is nothing but it is a memory allocation and its name is the variable name. Okay. Age is referring to the address of this memory. Okay. So if you assign 21 to age, in age variable, its value is getting stored. So 21 will be stored in the variable. 21 will get stored in the variable. Age is a variable given to the name of given as a name for this memory address, memory allocation, right? So in this memory allocation, it's going to get stored 21. If you write age equal to 22, what will happen? So what it will do is it is going to clean off the existing data in the memory, and it is going to rewrite a new value here. A new value is stored, that is 22. In the same way, if you assign one more value, age equal to 23, age equal to 23, then what it is going to do, it is going to erase earlier value and rewrite with 23. So we have already discussed about variable. Variable is a data container which will store values and it will store only one value. If you try to store more than one value, old value will be replaced with new value, right? So if you do this kind of assignments, you are using an operator called assignment operator. Assignment operator. Okay. So for that, let's see a small program. Let's see a small program for this. I create a class testing1. In this class, I am going to write public static void main string args open and close flower brackets. Here I will write int total equal to 0. Then I'll say int idli vada dosa. Okay, idli cost is let's say 30 rupees. Vada cost is 40 rupees and dosa cost is 35 rupees. Okay, so this is called assignment operator. We are assigning a value to a variable. So whether it is already initialized or not, if you initialize this, it is going to get this value. And another important thing is when you declare a variable, you need to initialize it. Without initialization, it will give compile time error. A variable declared inside the main method should be initialized. If it is not initialized, it is going to throw a compile time error when you use it. Okay, so for that reason we have to initialize, and we are initializing here. Right now, as of now, total value is 0, right? So what I'll do, total equal to total plus idli. Okay, after that I will add up total equal to total plus vada, and then total equal to total plus dosa. So this is how I'm using assignment operator. Here I am assigning some values. Here I am performing addition operation. Okay, this value is the result, and that result is going to store in the total. Okay, now how do I print the variable value? If I want to print variable value, system.out.println, passing the total, passing the variable name, it is going to print the output. Okay, now after that I am printing this at every single calculation. After every addition, that value gets updated in the variable. After that I am printing that. Okay, so what happens when we execute this program? Testing one, right? Testing one.java. Right click on this command window, Java C, testing.java. Sorry, testing one.java. Excuse me. My code compiled successfully. Let me try to execute Java testing one. So being a programmer, if you just look at the program, you should be able to find out if there are any compile time errors or runtime errors, or what will be the output, right? So let's quickly go through that. Class is a keyword. It's absolutely allowed. Then testing one, testing. Okay, testing one. I'm just renaming the class name. Fine. Flower brackets open, public, static, void, main, string, args. There's no syntax error here. Then integer, it is a valid data type. Variable name, that is total. Initializing with 0, no problem. Int, idli, vada, and dosa. So variables are declared here. At this point of time, it is not having any kind of value in it. Only memory allocation is done. Then idli we are assigning with 30. In that memory allocation, value is 30 that is stored. 30 is a value that is stored in the idli variable. Then vada, 40 is the cost of vada, and we are storing in the variable called vada, which is an integer type. And again dosa, which is of cost 35 rupees, stored in the dosa variable. So now all the variables are properly initialized, and then we are just trying to print a variable that is total. Whatever is the value inside the total, that is getting printed as an output. Now after that, we are adding total with each item cost. Each item cost. So total equal to total plus idli. Total equals to total plus vada. Total equals to total plus dosa. Every time we are modifying something in a total variable, we are trying to display that onto the console. So syntactically, everything is fine, and main method is perfectly valid main method. So runtime also there will not be any issue. Just that I have changed my name. I need to recompile. And then execute it. Java testing. So testing 1. So what is the output of this? 30, 40, 35. So 30 plus 40, 70, 70 plus 35, 105, 105. So it's supposed to print, first one it is going to print is total is 0. Later total is assigned with total plus idli, which means 30 rupees. So to a second amount, here it is going to be 0, and here it is supposed to be 30, and here it is supposed to be 30 plus 40, 30 plus 40. So it's supposed to print 70, and last one is 30 plus 40 plus 35, which is 105. So this is how it is supposed to print. Okay, let me execute the program. Are we correct? First one it is printed 0. Second one it is printing 30. Third one it is printing 70. Fourth one it is printing 105. This is the total variable value. So it's been assigned multiple times. You are giving new value and overriding old value with new value. So multiple times we are doing this. That's why this is used as a variables. Okay. So in the background, how it is going to execute, let me show you that. First of all, we are going to use the command Java testing 1. Testing 1 is the class name. So when we use Java testing 1, first thing it is going to do is it is going to check. It is going to check for testing.class file, testing1.class file. Search and load testing1.class. Search and load testing1.class. After that, search and load main method. Search and load main method. What happens if it does not find the class? If it does not find the class, what will happen? If it does not find the class, it is going to give runtime error, which is class not found. Class not found. Class not found. And another one, if main method is not found, then also it gives runtime error, which is main method not found. Main method not found. Main method not found. So these are the two runtime errors we can see possibly. Now, at this point of time, let's verify if the dot class file is there or not. Just try it, dir. You should be able to see it, testing one dot class. I'm able to see testing one dot class. So dot class file is available. So first error will not happen. And second one, main method. So main method, I have implemented main method, public static void main string args. So it's an array declared as an array. So this syntax of method is matching the callback method. So it should not give any runtime error about main method. So main method is found, right? So during this stage, this is the memory allocation. In this memory allocation, first thing it is going to do is load JVM into memory, which is an interpreter. This JVM is looking for main method. This JVM is looking for test1 class. Search and load testing1 dot class file. Testing1 dot class file. Okay. Search and load testing1 dot class. Search and load testing1 dot class. If it is not found, it gives a runtime error. If it is not found, it gives runtime error, class not found. Okay, RTE, class not found. RTE, class not found. Okay. If class is found, it is going to search for main method. Search and load main method. Search and load main method. Search and load main method. This main method is in small case because it is callback method. So after loading main into memory, it will start executing line by line inside the main method. Okay, it's going to execute line by line inside the main method. So what is the first line in main method? What is the first line in the main? It is going to execute total, int total equal to 0. Int total equal to 0. So what it will do when it execute this statement? It is going to create total variable, and it is going to allocate memory for that variable. Allocate memory for that variable. Allocate memory for that variable. And if you observe properly, we are assigning 0 value, which means we are initializing while declaring itself. So it is going to store 0 as the initial value. Initial value means first value. As a first value, it is going to store 0. At the line 5 in the background in the memory, this is how it is going to execute. After that, it will look for the next statement int idli, vada and dosa. Okay, so what it does, int idli. So let me create a variable idli, dosa and vada. I'm taking these things because it will make you understand easily and simply. So that's why I'm taking idli. And then here we have vada, and then we have dosa here. Okay, so idli is pointing to one memory allocation, vada pointing to one memory allocation, dosa pointing to one memory allocation, right? Since we are just declaring without any equal to and we are not initializing, values will not be even zero. It will not be anything. It is just an empty. As I told you, an empty variable, an empty local variable. If you use a local empty variable, it gives compile time error. Okay. So right now we are not using it, so it should be okay. So we are setting idli equal to 30. So what it will do? Assignment operator LHS to RHS to LHS. LHS value, LHS side, it will be adding the value to from the right hand side. So 30 is stored in idli. Okay, 30 value is stored in idli. So 30 here. And the next statement, vada equal to 40. So 40 value is stored in vada. Dosa 35. Dosa 35. So 35 is stored in dosa variable. 40 is stored in vada variable. 30 is stored in idli variable. Okay, and the total variables so far it is 0 only. So let's go to the step number 10. Nothing is there. Step number 11. Line number 11. We are just printing println method. Using println method, we are printing value of total. If it prints at this point of time, what is the first output? What is the first output if it is printing the value of total? The output is going to be 0 because total variable is having 0 as its value. Current value is latest value of total is 0. Okay. So which method is going to print this? Println method. So it is loading println method into memory and it will print output as 0. Okay. First time it is going to print ln of total value. Total value is 0. So it's going to print 0 onto the screen. Now after that, this method is getting cleaned up from the memory. So what it does after that, it total equals to total plus idli. So what is the total value right now? 0. What is the idli value right now? 0 plus 30. That is stored in where? That is stored in total variable itself. So total equals to total plus idli. So what it will happen? It is going to override. It is going to override 0 with 30. It's going to override 0 with 30. Now after adding this statement, the total value will become 30 now. So in the line number 13, again we are printing with the total variable, right? So what it is going to do, println of 30. So it's going to print output. So it is going to print output as 30. It is going to print output as 30. Now after this, there's another statement which is line number 15. Total equals to total plus vada. So what is the total value right now? 30. Vada value is 40. So 30 plus 40, 70. So 70 is again stored in the variable called total. So the total value, current total value is replaced by result 70. So it is replaced with 70. It gets overwritten with 70. So now after this statement, we have system dot out dot println of total. So at this stage, it's going to call println method. At this stage, it's going to call println method. Println of total value. What is the total value right now? 70. So you're going to see the output. You're going to see the output as 70 onto the screen. 70 onto the screen. So this statement is over. Line number 16 is complete. After that, line number 18, total equals to total plus dosa. So total value right now is 70 and dosa value right now is 35. So when you perform addition here, you are going to get 105. 105. So this variable is reassigned with 105. It is reassigned with 105. It is reassigned with 105. After that, what are we doing? System dot out dot println of total. Whatever is value right now in the total variable, that is supposed to be printed. That is supposed to be printed. Println of 105. Println of 105. Println of 105. So it is going to print the output as 105. 105. 105. After the execution of this line number 19, there are no more statements left. So everything is cleaned up from the memory. Everything is cleaned up from the memory. Is it clear, everybody? After that, it is going to clean up. After that, it is going to clean up this memory and then unload main method, then clean up all this. Finally, it is destroyed. Finally, it is destroyed. Finally, it gets destroyed. So the assignment operator is to override the previous values of these variables. Okay. So why I explained so detailedly in this way is that many people are confused. So if I ask them somebody like this, what will be the output here? They are saying total equals to 0. But really they are not focusing on line by line, right? They're just guessing something and they're telling, they're not actually going through the program, understand how the program is working. So please don't do that. That's why I told you to write this thing in line by line, analyze what is happening in the scene, in the background, in the memory, so that you will be able to resolve this issue easily, understand the output, understand the code easily. Clear, right? If it is clear, everybody please put C in the chat. Everybody put C in the chat. Okay. So at the same time, I want to bring it on to your notice that we have just discussed assignment operator, along with it addition operator. What is an addition operator? Which is plus. Which is plus. So arithmetic operators. What are the arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo operation. So these are the operators called as arithmetic operators. Okay. So plus, minus, asterisk, plus, minus, asterisk, slash, and percentage. So plus indicates addition, plus indicates addition, subtraction minus indicates subtraction, asterisk indicates multiplication, forward slash indicates division, percentage symbol indicates modulo operation. So these are arithmetic operators. So in the same way, can you guys write a simple program using the variables and operators for adding or for performing arithmetic operations on these two values? Okay, first value is 3, second value is 4. I want you to perform addition on these, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulo operation. So write a simple program implementing arithmetic operators, and the input is going to be 3, 5. Output is going to be 3 plus 5, sum equal to 8, subtract equal to 3 minus 5 minus 2, 3 divided by 5, sorry, multiplication, right? Multiplication, 3 5s are 15, and division, and then after that remainder. So whatever is the value you get for the division and remainder, you are supposed to print like this. Okay. So please write this program and let me know. Write this program, Java program, to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulo operation. And the input is 3, 5. Please implement with a method. Please implement this with method. I have already explained in the previous session. Also, I've shared you the recorded video. I've already shared you the recorded video. So please write a program and let me know once you're done. Let me implement this problem using Java code and show you how you can do it. Okay. So this is about the calculator. In this calculator, how do we define a method? How do we define a method? Public static void main string args. Inside this, we have a method. I want to call a method called sum. I need to pass the input, which is supposed to be 3, 5. 3, 5. Then subtract 3, 5. Then multiply 3, 5. Divide 3, 5. Mod or reminder 3, 5. So these are the methods I am writing inside this class. So let me implement each of these methods. First one, it is to be sum with the 2 values. It is name of method is sum. So write down sum method, and we are taking 2 values as an arguments, int a comma int b. So 3 value will be stored in a variable, 5 value is stored in b variable, and this return type is void. Prior to this, static, and before this you need to write public. Okay, now here you need to perform addition. Int sum equal to a plus b. In the same way, let's write for others. Public static void subtract int a comma int b. Inside this, int subtract equal to a minus b. Public static void multiply int a comma int b. Int mul equal to a into b. Public static void divide int a comma int b. Int div equal to a divided by b. And last but not least, public static void reminder int a comma int b. Int reminder equal to a percentage b. Okay, I have written public. Yes, so operations has been performed, but now I need to print them. System dot out dot println. system.out.println of sum, and here system.out.println of subtract value, and here system.out.println of multiplication value, system.out.println of division, and last but not least system.out.println of remainder. So this is a simple program. Let me write it as calculator.java file, compile it. So CLS is a command to clear the screen. Java C calculator.java calculator. This is morning batch. I'm sorry. CMD Java C calculator.java Java calculator. So it is 8 minus 2, 15, 0, and 3. So this is how we write. Okay. But my question was, I want to get sum equal to 8, subtract equal to minus 2, multiply equal to 15, div equal to whatever is the value, remainder is whatever value. So I want to add this particular strings before printing each value. So what I need to do, I need to go and add, this is called as string concatenation, sum equal to sum equal to. So if you write like this and do a plus symbol, it is going to concatenate string 1 and string 2. Okay. So let me compile it, recompile it, and execute it. Can you see? Sum equal to 8. In the same way, subtract and multiply and divide. So add this statement in front of subtract. Add the same statement in front of multiplication, division, remainder. Remainder equal to. Remainder equal to. So let me recompile the program. CLS, execute it. Sum equal to 8, subtract equal to minus 2, multiplication equal to 15, division equal to 0, remainder equal to 3. So here I would like to tell you two things. First one, when you add string plus integer or integer plus string or string plus string, this is called as string appending. String appending. String appending. When you write integer plus integer, that is only integer addition. integer plus integer, integer addition. This is arithmetic operation. Okay, this is arithmetic operation. This is arithmetic operation. Rest of these are string appending. String appending. Reminder equal to then a variable value. How it is printing? rem rem equal to plus rem. So reminder value may be 5 let or 10, whatever it is. What it is going to do is it is going to print as it is the string content, and after that value of reminder. Right now if it is 5, it is going to print reminder equal to 5. If it is 3, it is going to print 3. Okay, this is called a string concatenation. When you want to get more variables information in the same println statement, then you could probably use this string concatenation or string appending. Okay, this is the first point I wanted to tell you. And secondly, if you observe the division, it is actually printing 0. If I are dividing 3 by 5, it is not supposed to be 0. It should be something around 0.6 or 0.7 or something, right? That's what it has to be printing. But here it is printing 0, which is an integer value. So now how do we get a double value here? Okay. For the same program, you just modify the division. Instead of integer, make it as double. And also here add DOUBLE here. So please make a note of this. This is very important. Please make a note of this. This is very important. So you compile this and execute it. You can see 0.6. So remember this small point. This is called logical error. There are 3 types of errors. One is compile time error. Second one is runtime error. Third one is logical error. Logical error means expected output is not shown. Expected output is not shown. That is the logical error. Runtime error, when you execute the program, you may get a problem or an exception. That is called as runtime error. At the time of compilation, if you get an error, that is called as compile time error. So far we have discussed about arithmetic operators, assignment operators. Then let us look at relational operators. Relational operators. What are relational operators? We can compare two data. User's age, then voter's age. Voter should be having minimum of age 18 to vote. To get the voter right, his age should be above eligibility. So below eligible age is not accepted. So age less than voter minimum voter age is not accepted. It is not accepted. Okay. So voter's age, expected voter's age is 18. If your age is above 18, then you are eligible for voting, applying for vote. Voter ID. If your age is below 18, then you are not supposed to vote, or you are not supposed to get voter card also. So that is there. Two ages are there. One is minimum age, minimum eligible age, and another one is user's age to compare with. So this kind of comparison, if the age is less than 18, then we just have to say better luck next time or next year. Okay. So age is less than 18. Age is less than 18. Then say come back next year. Better luck. Better luck next year. If age is above 18, or equal to 18, so else cast your vote. Cast your vote. So in such scenarios, you may need to perform a comparison for two variables or two values. So you need to write if age is less than 18, better luck next time. Else age is greater than 18 or equal to 18, then you can cast your vote. So this is how you can use relational operators. So what are the different relations we have with the two data? One is less than, another one is greater than, another one is less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to. These are the different types of relational operators. These are the type of relational operators. Relational operators, it is to compare a relation between two values and derive true or false. True or false. If it is true, then the condition is successful. If it is false, then condition is failing. So this kind of relations we can use a relational operator. So using this thing, you can write a simple program to check and tell me two values, whether which one is a bigger value. Is it first value is bigger or second value is bigger, or both are same? So in that scenario, how you write it?
Instead of int, we should write booleans.
Sorry, instead of
Int, we should write boolean.
where exactly you're talking about, which line?
Like to get true or false value into boolean.
No, condition is resulting true or false. See, age is less than 18. If your age is less than 18, then it will give false. Okay, that is what I meant. So if I want to find out bigger of the two variables, bigger of two numbers, what logic you would write? That is the question.
If else.
Yes, in the if else, you are supposed to write. Can you give the outline or code logic? For example, it is int a equal to 3 and int b. Int a equal to 3 and int b equal to 5. In this scenario, I want to check whether a value is bigger or b value is bigger. So if a value is less than b, what do we print? We print this is a is a bigger value, correct? So system dot out dot println of A is bigger. No, sorry, B is bigger. B is bigger. If A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, then system dot out dot println of A is bigger. A is bigger. If A equal to B, if A equal to B, sorry, yeah, system dot out dot println of A is same as B, or A and B are equal. A and B are equal. So when you want to check the relationship between two values, then we are supposed to use the relational operators: less than, greater than, equal to, is equal to. If we are using single equal to, it is assignment operator. If we are using double equal to, it's an equal check operator, equality check operator. This is relational operators. What if you want to write A is not equal to B? If A is not equal to B, then say A is not equal, right? A is not equal to B, and say both are unequal. System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Both are not, A and B are unequal. A and B are unequal. This is how we can perform the relational condition check. Relational condition check. Is this clear? Is this clear? Relational operators: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to. Double equal to is condition check. Single equal to is assignment. Not equal to is an not equal check. Okay, good. So we have discussed about assignment operator, arithmetic operators, relational operators. So when in which scenario we use relational operators is when we want to have condition check between two conditions. First condition is true and second condition is true. So first condition is false and second condition is true. First condition is true and second condition is false, and both are false. What is going to happen with this logical operators? Double AND, okay, double R, okay. So in what scenarios can we use double AND double R? So I'm just telling, if we see two conditions, when we write two conditions, we are supposed to write with if, okay. Even one condition also you'll be writing in if only. So if your, for example, I'll consider one scenario: student pass and the grade, student grade, okay. So what is student grade? If student total, student aggregate, okay, I'll say student aggregate. Student aggregate is less than, or student marks. Student marks. I'll say student marks. Okay. Any subject student mark is less than 35. Less than 35. Then he is fail. If student marks is greater than 35, student marks is greater than 35 and less than 50, he is third class or third division. Okay. So student marks is greater than, okay, I'll just make a small change. Yeah, this is correct. So student marks is greater than 35 and less than 50. Then when two conditions are true, then it is third division or third class. If the student marks secures more than 50 and less than 60, he is second class. If student is securing more than 60 and less than 70, he is first class. And above student marks above 70 and less than 100, then he is first with distinction. So in this scenario, student marks, if the student marks is less than 35, he is considered as fail. If the student marks is greater than 35 and less than 50, then he is third class. Then greater than 50 and less than 60 is the second class. Okay. Yeah, so this is all about the relationship between two things, comparing with two or more. First one, we are checking student marks is less than greater than 35 and it is less than 50. Then only we have to consider it as this particular value. So in order to apply these kind of boundary condition check, then we are supposed to use the relational operators. I'm sorry, this is a logical operators, right? When more than two conditions you want to check, then you are supposed to use logical operator, that is double AND or double OR. So what we need to do? We need to write, for example, student marks is above marks, student marks is above greater than 70 and less than 100. Then we need to mention distinction, first with distinction. And the same, if the marks is greater than 60 and less than 70, then he is declared as first class student. If the student's marks is above 50 and less than 60, so first one is true and second one is true, then only it is coming here. If first one is true and second one is true, it is coming here. Same way, this is a logical and truth table we have discussed in the other class, right? Logical and when you compare two conditions with logical and first one and second one both true, then only result is going to be true. If any one of them is false, the result is going to be false. The result is going to be false. So this is nothing but logical condition one, logical operators. Logical operators. So R is a condition when we are going to use R as a condition. R as a condition. Okay. So I just want to take a simple example. It was some kind of a movie that I want to pick it up. How many of you have watched Titanic movie? Everybody must have already watched Titanic movie, right? Okay. So when the Titanic movie in the Titanic ship in the movie got hit with the iceberg, when it gets hit with the iceberg and it starts filling up water, and slowly, and everybody is understood that this particular Titanic ship is going to sink, then what is the first priority of saving out of so many people in that ship? There are hundreds of passengers traveling in that ship, right? So only few people were saved using the saving boats, right? When the life saving jackets. Not everybody is having the kind of privilege. Only specific categories have. First one is women. Women has first right to get escape using that safe jackets and boats, right? Second, kids. Third, officials, VIP people. And fourth, official people. After that, fourth is that senior age people. So this is how conditions were written. Is your age below this much, or your gender is this, or if your role is VIP, then you are saved. You are allowed to enter into boat, right? For escape. So this is how that kind of R operations will work. Okay. So when we are going to do this, another example I can give. So if there is a room and in that room is like biometric secured, there's a lock, there's a door, there's a lock. If you give only your eye impression or thumb impression and voice impression, then it is going to allow. So here you need to give, when you want to force user to give three things: your thumb impression, your eye impression, and as well as the voice confirmation. This is AND operation. You have to use all three of them. If there are two users of that particular thing can open, then you have to use or condition. This person, yes, allow, or this person also you allow. In that scenarios, you use or operation. And again, if you want to enforce all the three condition checks like voice confirmation, retina confirmation, and what is the thing? Thumb impression. If all the three has to be checked, then if you want to enforce all the three checks to be happen, then you need to use AND operation. If that person or this person, if that role or this role, then you are allowed. So in such scenarios, OR operation is being used. That is the logical derivation of the conditions. When you have more than one conditions to be checked, you can use logical operators. Is this clear? Logical operators, is this clear? Is everybody clear on logical operators? Anybody, any doubts? Hello? Anybody, any doubts? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, so we have discussed about what is it? Arithmetic, relational, then logical operators. Assignment operator also we have discussed. So we rarely use bitwise operators. So let me not focus on that right now. We use increment and decrement operator, and shorthand operators. Let me explain about those. Okay. Increment operator. What is increment operator? What is decrement operator? Okay. Increment means either increment or decrement. Both of them works with only one value. Okay. You can increment by one only and you can decrement by one only. Okay. Increment means the same value you want to increase one value, increase it by one value and store it in the same variable. For example, your age, every year your age is going to increase and it will be going to storing the same age, right? So in such scenarios, you can use increment operations. There are two types of increment operations. One is post increment, another one is pre-increment. One is post increment, another one is pre-increment. And then decrement. So your lifespan is nearly 120, for example. Your age, as your age grows, your lifespan will reduce. It will reduce by one only. So in such scenarios, I'll say lifespan minus or minus life span. Lifespan. So your lifespan is reducing as your age is growing, incrementing. So both are done with one only. It will not be like two. Your age will not be growing by 2 years, right? Or your lifespan will not reduce by 2 years. Correct. So in such scenarios, we use increment or decrement operators. And we have another thing, counter also. Counters. In ticket counters, when you go to a movie theater, if movie theater capacity is 100 seats, 100 seats are there. So as the occupancy is going from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and then reaching maximum of capacity, then the available seats will be reducing and occupancy will keep increasing. And the same condition you can check when you are booking tickets in flights or buses or trains. The availability and the occupancy is growing, availability will keep coming down. So increment operations are useful in such kind of counter things, counter checks. So increment and decrement operators are used during counter verifications. Then shorthand operators. Shorthand operators means here increment is by doing only one. Decrement is only doing by one. But here in shorthand operands, you can decrement by many values. For example, a minus equal to 2, which means that it implies a equal to a minus 2. This is called a shorthand operator. If you write a 2, which means that A equal to A asterisk 2. A equal to A asterisk 2. So this operation is going to abbreviate, or it is an abbreviate of subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo operation, addition. So all of these shorthand operators are available. Plus, minus, multiply, and divide, and then modulo operation. Modulo operation. All of these are shorthand operators. Shorthand operators. Okay. So in increments by step, let's say 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. In such scenarios, you will not count by 1, you will count by 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So same occupancy when more than one passenger traveling in the same ticket, one ticket, more passengers. What it will happen? It will not increment by 1, it will not decrement by 1, right? It will increment by number of tickets. So in such scenarios, shorthand operators will be used. Booking tickets in the movie theater, one person can book 10 tickets or maybe 5 tickets or 4 tickets. So in such scenarios, you can use shorthand operators. So these are the various operators. In practical sense, we can use them. There are, let's say, bitwise operator and conditional operator. So we can see something tomorrow. Based on that, we can proceed. Or let me complete the conditional operator now. And bitwise operator, whenever we get time, we'll see. So conditional operator, and close this operators topic. Conditional operator. So it's a ternary operator. It's a ternary operator. When you have one condition to check, based on the result, you can give a value 1 or value 2 if the condition fails. So this kind of comparison check and initialization at the same time, this is a ternary operator or conditional operator. So in which scenario? For example, if there is a container, and in that container there are few balls with different colors. You pick up one ball from the container, and if that value is actually, if it is blue, then you won. If you get red, or if you get yellow, if you get green, then you are not, you failed. Okay, you lost the game. So in such scenarios, when your condition, based on the condition, you get some value. Based on condition, you get some value. That value, if it is true, one value, if it is false, another value to assign. So when you are storing these values based on the condition check, then you can use the ternary operator. Remember, when you want to store a variable with two values, either true or false, depending on the condition check, then you can use ternary operator. That is a usage of ternary operator. Is this clear? If it is clear, please type C in the chat. Is it clear, everybody? or do you have any doubts on here? Bhargav and others.
Sir, can you explain one second?
Conditional operator, I mean ternary operator, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, so generally what happens is, if you want to check some condition, if that condition is true, assign one value. If the condition is false, then assign another value. Okay. So in such scenarios, we use ternary operator. Okay. I'll take some example. Interest rates. Interest rates. If age of a user or a customer is above 65, if age is above 65, age of a customer is above 65, then interest rate for them is 10.5. 10.5%. Okay. If age of a customer is less than 65, then you can give 8.5. 8.5. In such scenarios, you can use ternary operator to find out, okay, to find out if he is eligible for interest of 10.5% or 8.5%, whatever may be the percentage. Okay. Double interest equal to, if customer's age is above 65, then go for 10.5. If customer's age is less than 65, then interest rate is 8.5. So this is how you can use ternary operator. Is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
good.
we can use this only for two options, sir. Only A or B. That only.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So we have discussed and complete about the operators today completely with various examples also. Right, expressions, we have done some part of expressions like arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? So what are the expressions? Expressions are nothing but it's a combination of operands and operators and multiple operations. For example, a plus b whole square. When you write a plus b whole square, a plus b whole square. So in order to calculate this a plus b whole square, we use an expression which is called as a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b. So this is an expression, right? How do we apply this expression? So first one is we have to use square brackets to get high priority. After that, next priority is round brackets. After that, next priority is multiplication. After that, next priority, multiplication and division, both same priority. After that, we have plus or minus. These have both priority. And equal to is the last operator, least priority operator. This is a final operator. Okay. Final operator in the sense executed at the last of the expression. Okay. So this is how the priority is defined by different operators and its place. So 2 square, you need to keep this inside one round brackets. A into A, and then B into B, and then 2 into A into B, 2 into A into B. So like this, A plus B whole square, you can write simple interest calculation, compound interest calculation. Then you can calculate, let's say, speed of a train, whatever formulas that you see in problem solving, right? Those logics you can implement using expressions here. Same mathematical, however we use do mathematical expressions, in the same way we can write. In the same way we can write in Java also. In Java also we can have the same. Okay, so please focus on this. So this is called expressions. You can use various mathematical expressions, binomial or polynomial, whatever. So these are all expressions that you can use. Right? Now after this, comments, identifiers, and flow controls. These three topics we discuss tomorrow. These three topics we can discuss tomorrow. Do you have any doubts up to now?